Good morning. Today we are going to discuss project risk management. Project risk management, in all the projects, risk can come at any time. What is a project risk? It's anything which prevents you from doing something. That is the risk. The process of conducting risk management, planning, identification, analysis, response planning, and monitoring and control on a project. That is project risk management. The objectives are to increase the probability and impact of positive events and decrease the probability and impact of negative events in the project. There are positive risk as well as negative risk. Our objective is to increase the probability and impact of positive risk and reduce the probability and impact of negative risk. Let us go to the processes. From this, you can go to this link in PM World and read my article on risk management. There you can have a clear-cut idea about this process. Now let us see what are the processes involved in risk management. The first process is plan risk management. Second process, identify risks. Third process, perform qualitative risk analysis. Fourth process, perform quantitative risk analysis. Fifth process, plan risk response. And the last process is control risks. There are total 6 processes in this knowledge area. Now let us go one by one. Let us see what are the inputs for plan risk management. Project management plan, project charter, stakeholder register. This you will learn when we discuss about stakeholder management, project stakeholder management. It's a register which contains the details of your positive stakeholder, negative stakeholder, and who are all interested in your project. Your project team, everything is included in this stakeholder register. Enterprise environmental factor, organizational processes, we have discussed in our earlier slides. Tools and techniques, analytical techniques. There are, based on this information, we have to use a lot of analytical techniques, analyze risk analysis techniques to identify the seriousness of the risk. Expert judgment, meetings, risk management related meeting. The people will, the officials and all stakeholders will sit together and discuss and find out what are the risks and how to deal with that. And output is risk management plan. This plan states that how you will deal all the rest of the processes in this knowledge area. All these processes, how you will carry out all the other processes in this knowledge area, which include a methodology, budget and time, roles and responsibilities, risk category, definition of risk, probability and impact of risk, etc. Then, so that is the planned risk management. Second is identifying risk. We have to identify the risk. As I said, risk can come from any knowledge area. So that inputs covers first output of this first process, risk management plan, then cost management plan, budget is a risk area. Schedule management time, it's also a risk area. Quality, conformance to risk requirement, that can have many risks. Human resource or resource management plan. Resource management plan, man, money, materials. There are risks in it. Scope baseline, that is scope baseline is scope statement, what are the works to be done, then work breakdown structure and its dictionary. These are the contents of scope baseline. Activity cost estimate, activity duration estimates, stakeholder register, project documents, procurement documents, purchase. There also lot of risk if you are not able to deal with it. Enterprise environmental factors, organizational process assets. That's all. Then what are the tools and techniques? Documentation review. All documentation documents out of this have to be reviewed to identify risk. Whether the risk is in budget, some problem, due to some problem, strike or something, project is getting delayed. As time gets delayed, budget also will be increasing. So that's a risk. Time, schedule. Then resources, availability of the resources. Then availability of money, availability of materials or equipments. All those things we have to identify. So documentation, review, then information gathering, from all the sources we have to gather the information. For that you can use your software or your interviewing skills, anything. That is information gathering techniques. Checklist analysis. Anyway, from here in this meeting, you have identified some risk and put it in a checklist. You have to analyze that. Checklist analysis has to be done. Then assumptions. We have undertaken the project with a lot of assumptions. So that analysis, whether any assumptions will go wrong, that's a risk or not. Diagramming techniques. That is to find the root cause of the risk. Ishikawa diagram, root cause analysis diagram, etc. We have to learn that. As time comes, when you take up a project, you learn it. SWOT analysis, strength, weakness, opportunity and threat analysis. So that's another technique. Expert judgment. If you read my article published in PM World, you will have a very clear idea about all those things. The output is risk register. I will show you a model of risk register. This is risk register. See, here it is partnership name, children and young people's partnership trust, prepared by your operational group, date prepared, then version, risk number. Here you will risk 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Date identified. That's in a meeting or anything. That date. Risk description. Details of risk. You will describe here. Likelihood of occurrence 4 times. Impact, that is a scale given by the project team with in consultation with the clients. So impact scale, risk score, that is 4 to 3, 12, like some likelihood of impact into impact. Likelihood of occurrence into impact, that is risk score. Here, like this, we are preparing probability and impact to score the risk. Risk classes, high, low, etc. Control measures. What control measures we can take on this risk? Then target risk score. What should be the target risk score? Target date. Who is the risk owner? All those things are mentioned in this risk register, one by one. Let us go back. So risk register, that is the process, second process. Then third process is qualitative risk analysis. What for this qualitative risk analysis? Qualitative risk analysis performed to rank the list. Let us see what are the inputs for qualitative risk analysis. Risk management plan, scope baseline, risk register, enterprise environmental factors, organizational process assets. So these are the inputs, all those things we have discussed. Tools and techniques. Risk, probability and impact. As I said, there is a scale described, fixed by the team. Suppose a risk happens, if it is less than 3, it is low. If it is 3, it is medium. If it is higher than 3 and less than 10, it is high. So based on that, you have to score the rank the list, risk. For that, this is used. This assessment is used. From this assessment, we have to prepare probability and impact matrix. Probability and I will show you one thing. Here, let us see this figure. Here, this is the probability and impact matrix. Based on the likelihood of occurrence, you are here in this vertically almost certain, likely, possible, unlikely, rare. So like that, here insignificant, minor, moderate, major, severe. These are the consequences. If it happens almost certain, if it is a certain, if happening, it's a sure thing, then next we are checking insignificant, whether it is insignificant or not. So that is medium. Minor, it is high.